Okay, so the other day I was talking about dependent arising in the situation of generating bodhicitta, and that, the two factors that we want to really focus on for developing great compassion is, first of all, seeing sentient beings suffering. And that doesn't just mean the ouch suffering, it means their situation of being in cyclic existence. And then developing an awareness of their kindness to us so that we react kind of automatically with a feeling of love and compassion and care and concern for them. And so one way to develop that feeling of their kindness, or that awareness of their kindness, was through recognizing all beings as having been our parents, and then the kindness of our parents. And so that's what we talked about before. And then today I thought I would mention a little bit about the kindness of others when you develop it through the method of equalizing and exchanging self and others. Because here we think of our total interdependency with sentient beings, and how everything we have, everything we know, comes through the kindness of others. So it's not just that when we were born and totally helpless, our parents took care of us, but it was also our teachers taught us, and so all this knowledge that we're sometimes a little bit proud that we have, if we really look at it, we weren't born with it, it came from the people who taught it to us. And any skills we have, again, they aren't ours inherently. The skills we have, the talents we have, came because, people encouraged them, people taught us how. And so when we look at all of our ability just to function in the world, it all comes because of the kindness of sentient beings. Just our ability to sit here and talk to each other. Because when we were born, none of us knew how to speak. Yeah, and if it weren't for the kindness of other beings teaching us how to speak, we wouldn't know how to speak. And, we have this building to live in, and without the kindness of the architect and the engineers and the construction people and everybody else, we wouldn't have this building to use. And so anything we look at, if we look at the clothes we wear, even the carpeting, or anything that's around, it all came due to the efforts of others. And so to see them as kind in that way, and ourselves as beneficiaries of their kindness. And then some people always go, but, they didn't have the motivation to be kind to me. They were just doing their job in the world. My teachers were just teaching because they needed a job, and the contractor and the architect and the construction workers and the plumber and the electrician, they just needed a job, and they had no care and concern for me, so how is that kindness? Well, that's especially why it's kindness, why we go to see their kindness, because it's not about us. It's not about somebody is specifically kind to me because they're attached to me, therefore they're kind. It's and instead we're really opening our mind more just to how we benefit from living in the world with other beings, and how they come through for us on so many levels, and that it's not about us personally. Yeah? So it's a different way of thinking, because even in the method, when we're considering all sentient beings as having been our parents and their kindness as our parents, there's still a bit of me in there. They've been my parents and been kind to me as my parents. In this other method, we're thinking about the people at the PUD department who give us electricity. We don't know them. They're not thinking, oh, I want to be kind to the people at Sravasti Abbey today. But the point is that through their labors and their efforts, we benefit. And just by the fact that we benefit, whether it's about us as the center of the world or not, just by the fact that we benefit from other people's energies and efforts, that means they've been kind and that we've received kindness. So this second method is a little bit harder, because we have to open our mind to a broader view, and really see how we're interdependent, and how Everything really depends on the kindness of others, and how we wouldn't be able to practice the Dharma now without the kindness of all the people who, you know, brought us to the point where we are right now in this life. You know? And that includes the janitors at our elementary school, because we could not have gone to elementary school if there weren't janitors there. Yeah? So it really, you know, opens us up to the kindness of so many beings. And then, of course, when we habituate ourselves with seeing that again and again and again, then our whole take on the world changes. Because then instead of, you know, driving along the highway and going, God, why are they having a construction project now? You know, right when I need to go by here. Why don't they fix the highway at 2 o'clock in the night when I'm not here? You know, instead of thinking like that, which is what we usually think, we think, wow, you know, there's going to be a highway for me to drive on because these people are out in the burning sun working on it, you know, and how kind they are. And so it really changes our whole way of relating to people. And we no longer look at them as just objects to bump into, but as living beings with feelings who we have received kindness from.